I'm not quite sure how to start this. I'm gonna wipe that off. No. Okay, so this is after the installation of the parts. And this is a video preface. I've got all the new DB Carbon parts put in. We've been working on the shop quite a bit. We've had a couple of projects going on. And so when we did the install of these DB Carbon parts, we didn't do the best job of explaining how to put them in. We got kind of carried away with the process of just getting the install done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and edit in some thoughts now into the video, so you'll see old footage and you'll see this current new footage as I talk about some of the pieces and some of the tips and tricks that we learned while we were doing the installs. It is DB Carbon day number 2. Got a lot of stuff here from DB Carbon. Got the gas cap door, it's pretty exciting, and I'm really excited about these carbon fiber handles. So these 3 things I will get wrapped in Stealth Expel, so they'll match the rest of the car over there. And then the rest of this is interior. And we've got elongated shifters in carbon fiber. This is the trunk and hood latch. These pieces sit in the doors. This is the driver door, passenger door. This is the little sport selector knob. And then these little guys are caps that go on the inside of the door. As always, the DB Carbon stuff looks absolutely incredible. This order took a few months to get because they are quite back ordered right now. And it's not hard to understand why. Let's go put these on right now. This is where these end caps are located. They're on the furthest part of the door here.
They go out easier. Is that better?
You read that on the forums, huh?
Yeah.
There you go. Pops right out, pops right in. Absolute no-brainer, no matter which interior package you pick. This is what comes with them, so this is super easy. You can see how we did that in the clips. Okay, we're gonna put this gas cap, what's this thing called? Gas cap cover? The way it locks on is a little clip goes on top of this piece right here. There's a tiny groove right there. You take a screwdriver and you pop that into the groove and you lift the little clip inside up. Once you lift that little tab up, you can just slide the lid off of the assembly here. You've got to push this gas cap down really, really tight. Make sure it clicks into place so it closes properly. Otherwise, you're going to get rubbing here. You can see at this point it's been covered with satin, or I guess they call it stealth protective film. Getting these out is super easy. Just take a pry tool, pop them out. There's a harness, and then you can just pop it back in. There's nothing else that you have to worry about or do with this piece. You have a scar on your hand.
Where? Which one? No, that's just a scratch. That all tucks behind, showing this bolt.
Oh, down there?
There it is. Yeah, there's the bolt. There's one.
Huh. It's great. Okay, so windows up. That's very important. Otherwise, you cannot access anything through this sexy car door hole. Ready?
Should be out, isn't it?
It's close. You're trying to push it out?
Does that make it better or worse?
That makes it worse. So, you've got the door handle pulled off, and at this point, the advice we'd give you is don't. So the door handles, man. So here's the best tip that I can give you. There's these 2 little screws. If you pulled the door handle up, you'd see those. And you do not have to take those out. You just loosen them. And have someone from the inside kind of push the door handle all the way out, sort of hyperextend it. And then there's 2 little tabs on each of these. And you move them out of the way, and you actually pop this down out of the retaining plastic piece that holds the door handle in. And you'll have to unhook the harness from the inside. That's why you have to take the door panel out. On our first one, we made a terrible mistake, and we unscrewed this piece all the way, and then it fell inside the door, so we had to take a lot more stuff apart than we needed. But once Once you know the trick, I would say that the door handle removal and installation of your new door handle is probably 10 to 15 minutes tops. So before and after. Mr. Skullfinger is not happy. These pieces are trickier because the DB Carbon ones are slightly thicker than the OEM pieces. So what you have to do is file down part of the door trim, and then that allows them to seat properly. We damaged the clips taking this one out. They're very hard to take out. Again, you have to use a pick tool and go through the tiny little openings on the back of the door panel. Steering wheel removal, I did a 991 video on that. It's the same thing. The airbag comes out the same way. The steering wheel comes off the same way. Once the steering wheel's off, you can start doing the disassembly. These screws on the front, by the way, those are strictly cosmetic. Once that's apart, you can access the paddles and the sport selector. Now attempting to access the internals of the steering wheel for the purpose of installing the paddles here. You can see the stock paddles. And these are the upgraded, elongated carbon fiber paddles, and we're also going to replace the normal and sport selector switch here. So that one comes off, and then the new one goes on. Easy as pop.
Just like that.
Okay. So that's it, huh? These just snap right in the back. There's a little harness, plug that in. Just pop them on the back and screw them down.
Yes, sir.
Nothing too complicated to figure out. There are some screws in the back that hold this on and one harness. These little guys also have one harness and two screws. Those look so good.
Skull fingers.
Oh yeah, Mr. Skullfinger. In the course of time, we ended up putting some of the other things that we got in the last shipment from DB Carbon on. There's these triangle pieces on the inside of the car and then also on the outside. So some of this stuff I did in my 991 series, and it is very similar. So these we did we do those? I can't remember now. I know I put these on my 991, but I can't remember if I did a video about it. But this just pops off. I'm pretty sure this just screws on. There are videos online about these. Basically, they just pull out. The DB Carbon pieces are nice because that's a whole piece and it just pops back in place of the OEM piece. The rear valance here, that one's tough. So the bumper's got to come off, and it is a lot of work to unhook the little tabs that hold that piece onto the bumper. So basically, you just chisel it out and put the new one on. I would recommend maybe not doing that yourself. Carbon fiber side skirts, very similar to the 991 video that I made. So I'm not going to rehash those. Just in case anyone's curious, I've ordered all of my exterior parts in the gloss, and I've had them stealth coated with a protective film. A big thanks to Mr. Skullfinger. He is a friend who's an excellent technician, and he helped me with some of the hard stuff. I don't think I could do this install all by myself. Hopefully this video is helpful if you're thinking about ordering some DB Carbon parts and you don't know how to put them in. Maybe this gives you the confidence or courage to give it a shot. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comments below, and I'll try and help as much as I can. But again, some of these parts are just, they're above my pay grade. Hope you guys are having a great day, a great week, a great month, and we'll catch you next time.